Good evening, everybody. This is Victor from Manifesting Royalty Studios. And we're tonight on a behind the scenes with the Manifesting Royalty Studios on creating this beat. Well, so this is a beat that I actually started working on over the weekend. Just to give a little behind with it, there's no particular reason, just something I wanted to create. So just kind of out of the blue. And I was able to get my drum set up in here, get a bass line going, put in some chords and some melodies and counter melody on here. I'm playing around with it. So I am working on a 145 BPM beat, working off of a F major key. And being of the fact that I'm working on 145 BPM, I'm working on a double time because I'm trying to make this more of a hip hop sound and wanting to create that more movement with this particular song. When I was just doing it, I wanted something that's most of the times I don't have a lot of movement. They're kind of more chill, more dark. So I wanted some movement, even though it was gonna be in a darker sense, I guess. So that is what I was creating for that beat. And when in the process of it, I started off with a couple drum patterns here that I was going with. And these are patterns that I created myself. These are the MIDI that I created, and started off with this particular one up here, using off of battery 4. Then I split them out so I could have individual tracks and have them each one aligned here. So I did start off with like 2 kicks, a tom, a snare, and a closed hi-hat. After, though, it wasn't a particular sound I was really wanting to get, like this specific sound I was looking for. One of the things I did was actually going to listening to mainstream music and going on there, and actually I think I even still have it. I do not. Oh yeah, India Me by CZ World Go. So that's what I was listening to and trying to create the specific drums that I was wanting to have sounded. And I'll play you what I have as far as the drums. This is what we have so far. So that is essentially a 8-bar loop in regular time. But since we are working 145 BPM, doing a double time on it, it is stretched out to 16 bars. But that is the loop that I'd be going with. So that is what I have going for just my drums there. Then to add it on, let's do it this way. So we have here going in, then we got, let's go after the bass, going with the chords. And I have 2 chords that I'm using here for it, 2 different instruments to create the sound. Then we have the main melody. The counter melody for this. We also have the bass. We have piano sounds coming in here too, and the bass. We'll play the piano real quick. Got this solo. It's just kind of for the ambient sound. And then we do have our basses coming in here. And then what I'm actually, my idea is for the chorus is to play some Picasso keys in here, or keys. Picasso, spiccato. But I was playing some keys, so just in the single notes, just playing. So this chords here that say wasn't me for the chorus, but I just wasn't really feeling it. This is what it sounds with it though. So to me, it's feel like a little too much, and I still feel like even those keys that are setting for the chorus are a little more. Have to maybe do something with them to make them interesting. So that so far is what I have with the beat. I do want to, as counter melody, I do want to try to get to ease into it, smooth in, almost like a pad with a slow attack. You know, I don't want it to be so rapid on when when note hits that the sound is being produced right. I want it to just kind of ease in and make it sound like a pad. What I mean pads is like a synthesizer pad. So that's kind of one of the things I'm going to be working on right now, is trying to create that and getting it to smooth in with this melody. So we'll try to play these two, that way we have something in the background to go with, and see if we can get that sound for that counter melody to play well with it. Okay, so It's not coming out the way I want it to. Couple different options with it. I can try to play around and see if I can create, which it might entail a little bit more work. Putting in a reverb and a heavy or medium to heavy reverb on it, giving it that tail, then reversing it, putting on a reverb and doing the same thing, and that can give me a unique sound. But that would require also bouncing that file and doing that. The other option would be then finding another instrument to try to do it, or just trying to play around with my amplitude ASDR and see if I can create something unique with that as well too. So really right now I don't want to go into just bouncing on it. That'd be an option, but you know, not something that I really want to create with that right now on this particular one. And just actually I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to, just in case I want to go back to it, I already have it set to specific settings. I don't want to go back and have to try to redo everything like that. So we'll mess around with this other one and see what we can create. And I know that these have some pads, so we can work off some pads. Let's go from the bottom up. Let's see what this sounds like. Not what I was imagining. Let's go back. By the way, what I'm using here is Kontakt, and in this particular one, I'm on Lo-Fi Glow. So this is gonna have some lo-fi sounds, and which some of these you can hear. There's some like crackling. There's definitely that lo-fi sound, and we're going to try to go with something else that probably has some more clear sound. Nothing that's gonna be a lo-fi. With the rest of it, it's not too much like that. So let's see. Let's see what we find here. I know Playbox has some interesting sounds I was messing around with the other day. So we'll see what we can create with this one. That's right. Playbox was going to be more of a... It already kind of plays certain chords and melodies on its own, which isn't bad. If you want something definitely random, definitely create with that. Create some beautiful sounds. Let's see what we can create out of Cloud Supply. Can't really hear with that one. Almost there. Alright, so I think that might sound decent with the rest. Let's see. Alright, this one is one now I'm not feeling with the rest of it. And funny thing though, I was actually talking with the coworker today, and we're actually talking about this music thing and how it is. Sometimes you have something, you mess with it, you come back to it, and you're like, man, I don't like the way that this sounds. You keep messing with it, you add some other instruments, and you don't like the way that sounds, and you're taking on and off. And it sometimes that becomes tedious when sometimes what you got is really all you need. And that is something that is crazy because sometimes you might not hear what you have there. It may not sound as good to you, but it is essentially really good. So let me see what this has. We'll play with the EQ as well too, because that can make a huge amount of difference. It's taking off some low end or high end. Actually, we're gonna try that. see what would happen, because I am in way higher in octaves. Let's not do all of them. Experimenting. Alright, so that with this one, I want to try something else again. Alright, so I like this one. And so right now, I'm just finding what I like, what I don't like, and I want to shape this a little bit more. There's a sound. See what this sounds like with the rest of the song. So I'm probably just gonna go with that. And so one of the things I did there was taking off what was gonna be part of the chorus part here. I should probably rename this to what I have the instrument as. And I got it. Messing around with that chorus section I'm gonna be having, you know, it is a big thing there, because when I had them in that counter melody and that part of that chorus was gonna be hitting those chords, you know, taking off that counter melody didn't really make a difference. It still sounded decent, because that those chords are coming in as a filler as well too. Now when that gets taken out for like the verse part, I'm left almost dry in those spaces, and it's not too bad. I don't want them to be overpowering because I also wanted to give a little bit of a breather to allow if an artist, raps over it, sings, whatever the case may be nowadays, that they have some space there. So if it's overpowering, it doesn't allow them to have too much space for them to even do what they have to do. So now that we got that going on right now, let's move on real quick and let's work on some arranging real quick. So what I have here is only the sections that I'm going to be needing, and let's see right now, 26. All right. So it also matters to me as far as my intro, how long I'm going to be needing for my intro. So obviously I don't have a small little section. I am going to scoot these over. That way I know that this is where my intro is going to be. And I'm going to put intro there. Probably put a verse right here. Alright, so I believe that. Trying to space this out right now. How I'm gonna have, if I'm gonna do verse, chorus, and outro. We're just trying to see how I'm gonna be playing this real quick. Those. So we're adding time. Mm-hmm. All right. Probably leave it like this. So I'll have verse, chorus, verse, second verse, chorus, and an outro. Leaving me with the song that's about 3 minutes and 12 seconds. That's roughly about there. So yeah, we'll probably go with that. Then we have a short little intro there. We'll have to create something. What I'll do is taking some of these and cutting them to make them just sit in tune with that, which do with this here. That way I already have that in play as well too. So I do know I don't need none of the drums. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna go with that. Take this. Oh, you're not cutting where I need you to. So this is just so I can create my intro here. You don't always have to do it this way. You know, this is gonna just be one of my ideas. So obviously just be very repetitive. What I'm gonna be doing when it comes into the mixing part of it is, so I know it off of Pro Tools. They have a Varispeed. Basically, it's like a slowdown, and you can throw it on here as well too. I'll see if I can make it. That's not what I'm gonna do. I think I can only do that with the audio. Yeah. So I can only do that with the audio. And we can make it work. Once we get that, you know, all bounced, put that through, and they don't have like the slow down and drop. That way the rest of it can come in. And we'll probably put some snares or something here. Now we can work these bars. Hold on a sec. It does seem like way too many. Because it is. I was looking at the wrong thing. No, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, we're good there. Okay. So now, real quick, we'll try to play around with the verse and trying to create something unique. I do know that I'm not gonna want the bass coming in right away. Let's see. So the other thing is, there's part of these drums that time only hitting at one time. So what I did is I had modified that tom. Let me see if I can create more with it. As far as to have more of a unique rhythm to it. So I don't want them. Alright, I'm gonna play with these. Send them through. Let's see what that sounds like. I feel like I messed up somewhere here. Because I did. These two were the ones. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to make them so they all are gonna be playing the exact same thing when they hit on the same notes. It's doing something funny. So what I'm wanting to do right now is to have them all layer on top of each other and then being able to join them. It might not allow me to with the way that I've been already making these. Let's see what. Let's lower that a bit. And yeah, it is. So what it's doing, it's something that I haven't been able to get this in a while. I haven't had this in a while. But you're able to take the two tracks and merge them together or join them as far as the MIDI work. And that allows you to keep everything together without having to just do single piece by piece of what one has and then the other one has, and you're just going back and forth. But there's a setting that you have to make sure you click on, because if not, every time that you drag something over it, it is going to delete the other stuff. Let's see. This one is the one. There it is. And then I have that. Then I can just come in here, take these off. them off from that. Take this. Those are the exact same, they're just layered. And then let's see what we have. Thought these were the same, but it doesn't sound. Nope. Those are not the same. I knew there's something sound. They're different. Like, why does it have a different sound now? So yeah. In some cases it comes in handy, and other times you're making yourself a longer process, so just make sure you double check your stuff there. Let's see now. Alright, we'll keep these four. We'll make some alternatives just so that I don't, if I want to go back. And I'm gonna do that right now, saving these. here. That way I can play with these and I already have everything saved there. So, go back to let's just give it that little bit of more ambience, making sure that I can hear it. As well as bringing in Alright, so here, what's I'm gonna cut my hi-hats. These tom sounds, take them out. About here where I want it. Not at the end. these. Let's see what that sounds like. Alright, so cut from here. Alright, let's move this. This is the part where you're just trying to make each section interesting. And here I must see about muting these. Do the same thing with the drums. Ooh. Use the Pro Tools sometimes I forget that I have to hit the right button. Alright, so that'll come in here at a halfway point. Actually, what happens if we mute here? This loop back from beginning all the way up to the chorus. See what it sounds like. That's going to be in for the night. Okay, so yeah, interesting enough. I like the way. So this one's actually. I'll probably take this out, and these are gonna actually get muted. Switch this. Okay. Okay. This is part of the trial and error, trying to get that right sound that you want. Alright, so that looks like it's gonna be kind of the arrangement. Taking out the counter and the main melody together, swapping them sections, and then yeah, it's definitely something that you're thinking about as you're going and trying to create something to make them sound something unique and also something that blends and sounds well together. You know, having those extra sounds, those other chord, like it wasn't what I was really needing for it. Definitely, after all, once I get it situated, then add some sound effects for transitioning and mixing. You know, that intro does sound like it needs a little bit more stuff besides like some drum or something to amp up. Or even might just take a sound effect, make it do that build up, or you know, create maybe a 3 bar, or excuse me, not three, yeah, 3 bar section or three working off of a 3/4 time signature there instead of a 4/4, because that maybe all I need is something just a little bit smaller, and for that little section, so that I can be able to fit what I need, as well as be able to make it sound like it's transitioning through it. But that's something I'll be playing with it and trying to get that to sound where I want it to. So definitely something that I'll have. Other than that, that is for end for the night. And just to let you guys know that we are still running through the trying to help out some families right now. I do have a few children that we're trying to help out right now. I think we have a total of 8 right now, and one of them is in a really, really major need. They lost their home, so definitely trying to help them out, and they're young ones. So please, if there's anything that you can do to help out financially, if you want to donate some, please feel free to message me and do so. You can also do it through Twitch, and you can also send on gifts as well too. Just message me and we can set you up to let you know where to send them to. Other than that, I do greatly appreciate every single one of you guys, and if you are watching the recording of this, I appreciate you as well too, and I hope that you have a great day and have a great rest of the week. We will also see you guys hopefully on Thursday for the Thursday tunes. Other than that, this is Victor from Manifesting Royalty Studios, and I'm out.